Picture this. America in 2025, a nation at a crossroads, a land where workers' rights are a distant memory replaced by corporate dominance and diminished worker protections, leaving many feeling hopeless. This isn't a dystopian novel, it's the chilling reality envisioned by Project 2025, a meticulously crafted plan by Donald Trump and his allies aiming to reshape the American workforce. This 920-page document, a blueprint for a potential second Trump administration, threatens to unravel decades of progress in labor rights, leaving workers vulnerable and voiceless, stripped of their hard-earned protections. Project 2025, backed by the Heritage Foundation, seeks to systematically dismantle the safeguards that protect American workers, undermining their security. This isn't about economic growth, it's about consolidating corporate power, prioritizing profits over people. It's about silencing dissent and maximizing profits at the expense of the American worker, creating an environment of fear and control. This is a wake-up call, a moment to realize the gravity of the situation. Project 2025 is a Trojan horse, promising prosperity while concealing an insidious agenda to erode worker power, a deceptive facade. It's time to recognize this threat for what it is, a full frontal assault on the American worker, a battle for the future of labor rights in this country. Section 2. Silencing the Collective Voice Project. 2025's assault on unions is a calculated effort to undermine the power and influence of labor unions across the country. Unions have long been the backbone of the American labor movement, fighting tirelessly for fair wages, safe working conditions, and a voice for workers in the workplace. Project 2025 aims to break this backbone, dismantling the very structures that protect workers. The plan seeks to cripple the National Labor Relations Board, the federal agency responsible for enforcing labor laws and protecting workers' rights, making it ineffective. By weakening the NLRB, Project 2025 would make it incredibly difficult for workers to unionize, stripping them of their collective power. Imagine trying to negotiate a raise with your boss while your hands are tied behind your back, unable to advocate for yourself. That's essentially what Project 2025 does to unions. It silences their collective voice and leaves workers at the mercy of their employers, unable to speak out. This isn't just about unions, it's about the fundamental right to organize and advocate for better working conditions, a right that affects all workers. Project 2025 seeks to strip workers of this right, leaving them vulnerable and powerless, unable to fight for their own interests and well-being. Section 3. A return to the Gilded Age, reviving anti-worker policies. Think back to the late 19th century, the Gilded Age, an era marked by robber barons, rampant inequality and the relentless exploitation of workers. It was a time when the rich got richer and the poor struggled to survive. Project 2025 seems intent on resurrecting this bygone era, bringing back policies that favor the wealthy at the expense of the working class. The plan calls for the reinstatement of anti-union policies that harken back to this dark chapter in American history, undermining the progress made over the last century. One such policy is the expanded classification of workers as independent contractors, a move that could strip away essential worker rights. This seemingly innocuous change would have devastating consequences for workers, leaving them vulnerable and unprotected. Independent contractors are not entitled to the same protections as employees, meaning they could be denied minimum wage, overtime pay and other vital benefits that are crucial for their well-being. This isn't just about a few technicalities. It's about eroding the very fabric of worker protections that have been fought for over decades. It's about creating a system where corporations can exploit workers with impunity, rolling back the clock on workers' rights and protections. Section 4. Company unions, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Project 2025 doesn't stop at weakening traditional unions, it seeks to replace them with a more insidious, alternative employee involvement organizations. These organizations, often controlled by management, masquerade as unions, but lack the power and independence to effectively advocate for workers. Imagine a world where your union representative is actually appointed by your boss, This is the deceptive reality of employee involvement organizations, where workers are given the illusion of representation while their voices are effectively silenced. This isn't about empowering workers, it's about creating a facade of worker involvement while maintaining corporate control. It's a classic bait-and-switch tactic designed to deceive workers and undermine their ability to fight for their rights. If you found this information valuable, please like, share and subscribe to our channel for more updates on workers' rights and corporate practices.